Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and I am going to be doing my one dupe per asteroid challenge, or essentially the away team prep. I'm restarting from last time. Now, if you were streaming, that was yesterday. If you're watching the highlights videos, that might be 2 or 3 days ago, but essentially I've done something really wrong, and it's not necessarily the gameplay, but it's in the game settings I had. I thought I would be good with difficulty settings on a number of things. I had Ravenous plus Bottomless Stomach, which means the dupes ate 2.5 times, which means they spend a lot more time eating, which was kind of boring watching. But also, I had the stress level high, so when they got stressed, they were stressed so long that they starved to death. The balance just didn't, and with one dupe, it was, and plus, I'm also on the Oasis challenge on a very hot asteroid, so I kind of want to have one stream that's really difficult over there, and I'm actually struggling trying to figure out how to successfully navigate really hot sand areas. But I want this playthrough to be much more relaxed, so essentially default settings for everything. That's the thing. I did get 60 cycles into this with the hard game settings, so unfortunately I'll lose that, but it is an opportunity to see how I'm going to do different with this versus what I've done in the hard settings. So with all that out of the way, let's get going. So there is changes with the actual dupe. On the positive side, I've got a lot of positive traits. I was thinking about doing this last time and decided not to. Most of them are just attribute pluses, so we get a +3 to a bunch of things. There's one skill. I thought about giving myself a bunch of skills, but that's something I still want to maintain. So I've got the ability to dig through granite, but everything else has to be assigned. There is one downside to this. I actually don't have any negative traits, and because of that, I'm not as strong as a researcher, so there's going to be more time spent on doing research. On the other side, I am going to get another dupe to send to the other asteroid a little bit earlier than I did last time, so while Ren is off doing some research, we can get, I think it's going to be Turner probably again on the other asteroid to doing some more interesting things. So, name of the colony is Away Team. Let's give this a go. Just before we get into it, I took down the schedule such that we just have no break. We're not going to be doing any disinfect, and I also added a new mod that allows you to rename these asteroids, so we're going to go over here. We'll call this one Ren, since it's Ren's asteroid. First thing I'm getting Ren to do is start to dig out this area for construction, similar to what I did last time. So now that I've got this area cleared out, we are going to make a latrine and a barracks, and then we'll get started by exploring around. So now that I've got a barracks and latrine, next thing we're going to do is get a place to produce some power. And put that over here. I think last time I had it underneath this little area. And a little laboratory so Ren can start some research. Also going to make my way towards the research, or the teleportation, which I believe is over in that corner. So Ren is now producing some power. Decided to dig up in this direction. Partially because I want to get over in this way, but also because I want some of this dirt to fall down and be close to where the research station is, so we don't have to travel too much to grab that. Digging now a path towards the teleporter, and I can see that's going to be one cycle to the next dupe. Hoping to have next dupe, likely Turner again, have them print it and send them off to the teleporter. There won't be such a difference between the two dupes like last time. Trying to get through this little area, this time without this liquid being in our way. Oh, I guess we actually didn't need to fill that in, did I? Now we are ready to send a dupe over, and I think it's going to be just a little bit until then. So now that we've got a path to the teleporter, I'm going to be digging up and down. I remember from last time, this is a cool salt geyser. I'm going to be digging down. We're going to mix the two salts. And that's going to give us a liquid source to live off of. opening a path for that liquid to fall down. Now that we have that, we'll open this. And this should give us access to cool salt water being added to the mix. So with this cool liquid falling down, we're going to open up this area for access to some oxylite. And now we're getting Turner to join the team. Now we're breaking the rule, no 2 dupes on 1 asteroid, so as soon as possible, we'll get you to go over to this asteroid. So let's click on Turner, send them over. Let me just set up a new schedule, even though it might literally be the same. For Turner, I'll call that take off shift alarms. And we will do a little teleport and figure out a plan for them. Hopefully having a much better time than last time. Let's also go here. How do you rename this with this new mod? Double click. And we've got a second asteroid called Turner. Turner grabs some building material. With a little bit of building material, making an outhouse and a cot over here. Don't want that cot to be where it's extremely cold. Now we've got a cot and an outhouse. Turner is creating a ladder system going up and down. Currently researching advanced power regulation. And Turner is getting a ladder towards the bottom down here. So we're going to get Turner to build a pump. And we're going to open up this oxylite area, just so we don't have to make oxygen for a little bit. So now that we got a pump at the bottom, we're going to get some pipes and power line down to it. And we'll also open up a path for this liquid to fall down as well. So I'm going to be building electrolyzers soon on both asteroids. So we're going to get hydrogen as a source of power. So we're going to build a pump over here to be able to take advantage of the hydrogen. So we've got a wire up there. We'll also have this going down. At some point, we'll figure out where we're going to make hydrogen generator for Turner. All right, so I've got an opportunity to give some skills. Ren is going to get advanced research, and Turner, I'd like to get them to get critter ranching, so for now, we'll give them farming. So we're getting Ren to open up this area a little bit, just for airflow purposes. So I've got Ren building a hydrogen pump way up here. With an electrolyzer, I think that's where I had it last time, with some water going into the system. Turner, on the other hand, now ready to build an electrolyzer. They've got a hydrogen pump set up, and yeah, both should be producing a little bit of oxygen in their electrolyzers soon. So Turner has an electrolyzer, but no power, so now we'll need to make a manual generator to kick things off. We are being attacked by a poke shell. Now, when I only have 1 dupe here, this could get risky. I'll consider my options. So the plan that we've come up with is to try to Oh, that takes a lot of damage from me. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Ren, get out of there. Oh, like, okay. I think for safety reasons... Wow, I did not realize that it would take that much damage. Ren, yes. Okay, we almost lost Ren. So yeah, let's just... Oh yeah, not only that, I have to close the door so that critter can't get across. We're just... Okay. This is so bad. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna ignore that. We're gonna like turn that priority down. We're gonna have to get Ren to heal. And oh no. Actually, hold on. Can you lock that area? Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Ren, you need to get over here. You're going this way. No! No! Okay. I'm thinking, in this situation, it might actually be too late. I'm thinking, let's, for a short period of time, send Turner over. If we can consider that to be no dupes on that world. I don't know that there's any other way around it. Yeah, send Turner back. Okay, teleport. Turner to the rescue. Okay, fortunately we've opened the exit path here. Turner is like, what do I do? I guess they're gonna need a triage cot. Which, I mean, I could put it in here, but that's gonna be the, I don't wanna, yeah, let's just put it there. Oh, are you stuck, Turner? Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. Okay, that means you need to do that and that. You're also going to be... I'm shocked at how much damage a poke shell takes from you. And that was with me trying to get away from it. That is one strong poke shell. Okay, so now we're opening up, and are you going to allow us to... Oh, no! No! Don't... we're going to end up with... This might be the end. This might be the end. Turner, is there any way to get you to not... Actually, you know what? Oh, I can't take their skill. Build this. You're really just going for it, aren't you? This is not where I thought this was going today. Okay, so now you're done with the printing pod. Okay, fine. Like, that's not actually... I want you to go... Oh, and we lost Red. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, that might be it. Cannot believe I was taken out by a poke shell. Ren, do some digging. With this area dug out again, of course, a barracks and a latrine. So Ren approaching the teleportation equipment again so we can get Turner over. And I'm seeing the problem. We are going to put a door to block this guy so we don't take the death like we did last time. And now we have access to the teleportation equipment. So yeah, just connecting in my head right now that it was the combination of this guy and the egg being in the same place that made it so dangerous. So I'm gonna have we're gonna have to be careful about this. But I think maybe a door's not strictly necessary at this time. So just like last time, opening up this. So we get that guy free. And we just gotta be careful about eggs. Let's see, let's go in here. Actually, maybe we don't need that. And we'll have access to our cool salt liquid water going into our asteroid. Okay, we're getting water in two directions. I didn't want that. High priority. Let's dig this. And make a path like that. Doing a little bit of a mop-up of the spill. And we are getting Turner. The joiner, we're going to have to go through a little bit of a mop-up mess. Not the biggest deal, but they can reach the teleportation equipment. So we'll send them over here to start their work once again. Turner digging down again. And Ren making some power. Ren going up to access some of this oxylite and eventually have a hydrogen pump up there. Even harvest a little bit of food. Turner's building a ladder so they can reach an area where their hydrogen gas pump is going to be. I'm getting Turner to build a pump like last time and opening up this area for us to be able to throw some liquid in. Decided before Turner finishes this, we're going to give a spot to be able to sleep and use, because we actually don't have a barracks or a latrine over here. So Turner has a plan to get a latrine and a barracks. And over here, Ren has a plan for electrolyzer and a pump. And we got to get that hydrogen pump in place as well. So Turner, once again, getting some water to fall down. So with this water being able to be drained out, next thing we're going to do is go up here at priority, build this pump, and then build electrolyzer, connect it with some water and power. Turner going searching for a little bit of food. And they're going to be creating a manual generator. Ren now has a pitcher pump, so the supercomputer can be used. So with a little bit of power, we are running our first electrolyzer. I wasn't expecting Turner's electrolyzer to get going first. Now Turner rather, also has a pitcher pump. Next thing I'm doing is researching insulation because I think we really need to protect ourselves, or at least Turner needs to protect themselves from the cold. So we'll get that going. Turner's starting to rip up the place in preparation for a little bit of insulation. Now we've got water flowing on this asteroid, heading up towards this electrolyzer. So now time to do fire pole research, and with the insulation tech, I'll make a plan here for Turner to start insulating. So let the insulation project begin. Decided to move one over. I'll have a fire pole set up there so Turner will be able to reach. Using igneous rock for the insulation, so just doing a little bit of digging of that out. And we just covered up our electrolyzer. There we go. Side ladders here. Oh, and we've got our fire pole research, so we can get that in on both asteroids. Already looking for something to do. So I'm trying to block this off. Current temperatures is hot, but it's not boiling. Let's do this. Yeah, Ren was able to manage that without too much trouble. Get them to make this tile right here. And we'll open this up. So this guy will be blocked off, but I want to open this up for cooler liquid coming to the side. That doesn't have to be done right away. So Turner has completed their insulation. So now they're going down here because it's awful cold in this little block. Maybe we'll worry about this block after. Yep. So with a backup outhouse, we'll be at less risk. And a rock crusher going in here on Ren's asteroid. So now we have a little bit of protection down here. And just using this abyssalite, going to continue insulation down this way from all the cold that's over here. So new insulation up here. Now we're going to go above and connect insulation from abyssalite to abyssalite over here. So with this being insulated, putting in the airflow tiles over here and trying to really encourage hydrogen to go up here and not over in this direction. Calories getting a little bit low over here, so we'll just smash out some Hexalent, taking that up to 20,000. Trying to form a Great Hall as well, but realizing that we need some research to be able to complete that. After research is complete, we'll see about getting a Great Hall at each location. We're trying to get in a nature reserve. Just realizing we can't destroy this equipment. It would break the rule of allowing this dupe out unless I have them rocket away somewhere. But we'll connect this into the nature reserve and see if that's going to be an issue or not. We also have to worry about the size of this thing. I'm not sure about that just yet, but we'll see. Which doors going in place. Open some of them so we can get through in the future easily. Ritter issues. First of all, the shine bug. Maybe we'll really open up this. I want him out of the barracks and out in this zone, and I want a pip into this zone. I've got a little bit of seed. We can stop doing that. Hopefully be able to convince Mr. Pip, wherever you are, way up here now, go in here. And Shinebug, if you could fly out of here. They might be gravitating towards the little light source up here. Unlucky, but it's not happening at the moment. So Turner was able to make a nature reserve. Temperature here, just looking. You might want to think about warming up the environment soon. Shine bugs are keeping us up at night. Okay, if you could, shine bug, move over, please. At least the pip is where they need to be. Working on kicking this. We got a shine bug trapped in here. See if we can get them out of that door safely, but not into this area. We'll also do some automated lights. And Turner building the first hydrogen generator. And got a park sign. Doesn't mean that we have any. Oh, I see. Got a missing tile here. Okay, I did not realize that what I built over here was completely destroyed. Trying to figure out. Oh, we have a mix of brine and salt water. They're not the same liquid. Okay, shoot. I guess this isn't technically being repaired because the dupe can't access it, I don't think. Which means this guy is able to output, though they're going to be covered. At this point, I might as well, I'm just going to hit disable auto repair. Disable auto repair. I'll let it vent the rest of it, and we'll open up this area. We could be at a risk of, well, it's going to take some time, but maybe in the meantime, we'll just open this up for new liquid. Do that as well. Just make sure we don't take out any wild plants in the meantime. The other thing I can do is, just for safety, liquid splashing back, doing that. But I don't want Trap-a-Dupe, so maybe make that a priority. Okay, so I think that is it for today. Definitely liking the fact that we're just on the normal game settings. Ren not dying from this little guy. Still haven't really automated the egg separation for that, but for the moment, I think we're okay. I'm a little bit nervous. 67 about him laying an egg. He looks a little red. I don't know if he's actually in attack mode. Oh, it tells you. This creature is guarding something special. Okay. There is a there it is. You know what? If I simply separate this, I don't have an automated way to do this, but for the moment, I don't know. Let's just throw it there. I mean, this is a room that they can't access. Okay, apparently this needs to be done before I go next time. Otherwise, Ren could be at risk if they go in this zone. Okay, let's just play through. This is a big deal because Ren died from this last time. Get. Oh, and look at that. I guess because I don't know if it's because the dupe is carrying it, or this guy can't. He needs to be. You know what? I'm curious, Ren. If you could just drop that, just for the sake of science. So that egg is being dropped off there. You can't access the egg. So he needs to actually be able to walk and be able to access it. Okay, that's interesting though. Still, that's a bit of a risk, so I'm going to bring it there. Nonetheless, okay. Completely got interrupted on that. Like I said, obviously died from that earlier. So, next time, I think Ren has to build a hydrogen generator. That doesn't exist. The other thing is they've got water down here that I don't want to freeze. So we'll try to address that. Over on here, Turner, just about setting up their hydrogen generator. But I think the thing I'd like to get them to do is take some heat from somewheres and warm up this space. Amongst other things. I think this is going much better, much more sensible in my mind with regular game settings. So again, 1 dupe per asteroid. And we'll see where I can go from here. Thanks for watching, guys.